What up? This is Roscoe Wiki down at the RapCave. We are Pittsburgh. Shout out to you.
It's your boy Scoop TV. We back at it with another exclusive. And once again, who we got in the building today, man?
It's your boy Roscoe down at the RapCave. Yeah,
Ah,
yay.
man. My boy Roscoe, man. You had a lot of things to talk about because there's a lot of good people that came through the studio. And we just want to get a little bit inside who you are. Like you said, you don't really be on camera too much. So this is a classic already. You know what I mean? So
For sure.
let's see. Let's talk about it. Like, what was the startup for you? What side of Pittsburgh you coming from?
Okay, so I was raised on the hill.
Okay.
Up by Sugar Top,
Mm-hmm.
over by Grace Church, and where Shenley High School used to be at.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? A lot of people know about that. A lot of people went to Shenley High School. You know what I mean? So I started when I was like I was 12 years old. Yeah, around like 2002. Yeah, I started writing right around then, and this was back in the SoundClick era.
Yeah.
Not
Damn.
SoundCloud. We going way back.
Yeah,
to
SoundCloud was a minute, I swear.
You know what I mean? So yeah, I started then. Mainly, I used to use beats from SoundClick, but I got tired of using just beats that I could find, and I started making my own stuff. You know what I mean? I was using the Fruity Loops demo.
Oh,
You couldn't
man.
even save your beats. You had to
Yeah.
just, roll with whatever you got. And for however long, whatever 45-minute session you had, you know what I mean? So yeah, that was it for me,
Yeah, I was gonna say, like, was it hard trying to learn Fruity Loops after, like, in the beginning part of your career with this stuff?
Oh yeah, for sure. Back then, you didn't really have like as many tutorials as you have today. See now, like they'll tell you about the LFOs and the, how to cut the sample and everything. There's a tutorial for everything out there, and all the DAWs do the same thing now. You know what I mean? Back then, it wasn't like that. You had a few like DAWs that were good at chopping samples. Then you had some that were good at MIDI instruments, and it was all over the place. I went through a few different ones. I went from Fruity Loops to Cubase to Cool Edit to Reason. I use Logic Pro now, but it's all about weapon of choice for real.
Right. Yeah, I was gonna ask you that too. Like, what you feel like is a little bit more easier, not so complex?
I feel like for me, it was Logic Pro was really good for me, and that's because it comes with all the tools in the box that you need. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
You can do pretty much anything in the world that you want, like in music with Logic Pro, straight out of the box. You know what I mean? So doesn't get much better than that.
Right. So being so that you're able to record yourself, like over time, do you see yourself like, do you like people to record you, or you don't mind recording yourself, or would you rather somebody else record your music?
I like recording myself just because no one's gonna be as patient with me as I am.
Facts.
Facts.
No, that's real.
Yeah, for sure. So yeah, I enjoy recording myself. I even enjoy hitting the record button and running over to the mic and
Facts.
hitting space bar. Nowadays we got the
The little
Bluetooth mic,
yeah.
so
it's a little easier.
sponsor me, Apple.
No, fact, you hear that? You're giving them a sponsorship, Apple, man. Make y'all a lot of money. So let's even talk about that. That's dope, man. So how did you feel when you got your first client? Like, when you really got somebody that was consistently coming in here?
Oh man, that was great. I mean, for me, it was at a time where I had just gotten out of school. I went to Full Sail down in Orlando, and I just moved back here. And I had a little job at the record exchange, and something happened where basically it was my time to go from the record exchange. But it happened in a way to where once I left, I was getting consistent clients. It was just God telling me that it's my time for better things.
Right.
So it just happens. Stick with music, you'll find. If you make something that you genuinely like, there's gonna be other people that genuinely like it too.
Right.
You know what I mean?
So I see over time, you got the clients, they start building up. Then you start getting bigger face clients in here. You know what I mean?
For sure.
Who can you say was like your first real outbreak artist that you got to really work with?
Besides Wiz, I was working with Tolly Bands. I don't know if you guys remember Tolly Bands. Rest in peace. Did some work with Fed the God a long time ago. Like this was, we were at a different rap cave. We were on the south side.
On the south side, I remember that one.
And I remember he was coming around. He was killing it, man. Dude is a super talent, man, for sure. But let me see, Lando Ash.
Okay.
JKJ, Scoot.
Mm-hmm.
Man, there's so many, man. I don't want to miss anybody.
Right.
But yeah, there's a lot of talent coming through here.
Right.
Just in Pittsburgh in general, there's like a renaissance or something. There's something in the water. You know?
Yeah, I was gonna say, like, how do you feel about the rap scene here in Pittsburgh?
I think it's just it's been like there's people who've been at it for more than 20 years here.
Right.
You know, like it's a consistent scene, and I feel like any day now we're gonna see more people, you know, break that barrier and you know, make names for themselves in the industry. We've got tons of people in the industry now who you wouldn't even know they're from Pittsburgh. You know what I mean? So it's possible.
No, that's definitely true. Well, let me ask you this: like, do you feel what's setting us back as far as a whole, like in Pittsburgh? You feel it could be even with the content, the music, like, what do you feel like kind of sets things back for people here in Pittsburgh?
Sets things back
Or set us back, I should say.
I think it's really just it's a time thing, you know. Like through time, people are gonna, you know, break that barrier. Like I said, if we just give it time, just allow people to do that, you know, there's always gonna be outliers, you know. So I think we just have to give it time. One thing that I will say that does hold us back is a lot of bias. You know what I mean? People are like, you got to do this to blow up. You got to make a club banger. You got to make a hit. Nowadays, who knows what a hit is? I mean, there's so many people out there who like so many different records. You know, there's records nowadays that completely didn't go over well when they came out. Now they're having their second win. You know what I mean? Artists who were, you know, famous back then, who were good back then, like are having their second win now. Like a good example is Nas. You know what I mean? Nas was, you know, in the 90s and early 2000s. I love Nas, man. I love Stillmatic and Rewind and all these albums and songs. God's Son Made You Look, all this shit, you know what I mean? But like Nas is having his second win now, you know what I mean? And I think that's a beautiful thing, you know? So I think that's cool.
No, that's definitely dope too.
Yeah.
So we're gonna take it back some. I seen that you had posted not too long ago about having a placement on that Burn After Rolling from Wiz. How was that?
Oh, that was cool, man. That was dope, bro. Wiz is a really cool dude, man.
Yeah.
Chevy was there too, and the whole ID Labs clique was actually there, man. They were really dope. It was a dope ass session, man. And it was just really cool to see how quick he made the song. Like, dude heard the beat and wrote that song in like no longer than an hour.
Damn.
You know what I mean? And that's the hook too. Like he wrote the hook for the girl, you know what I mean? That's singing on the shit. You know what I mean? It's a session I always remember, man. And they were smoking hella weed too.
Nah, I'm
this shit was crazy.
I know it's an epic. Right. I only imagine,
I was
man.
like, fuck, I'm gonna sleep good tonight.
No,
no,
facts. So who would you say your dream collab would be? Like somebody you would love to work with?
Dream collab, man. I'm always a huge fan of that Rockefeller era, Diplomats era. I love their beats. So I'd love to like collaborate with like a Just Blaze or a Kanye West. I like Pharrell and the Neptunes and stuff, but you know what I mean? The Just Blazes, the Kanyes, No IDs and them. I love their production style. So I'd say one of them, you know?
Right. So I could go on to this side. So what we say, we're going to do top 5 producers. We're going to do top 5 artists. We will start off with the producers. Okay. Who's your top 5 producers?
Top 5 producers. Okay. Cool. Okay. So I'm going to say Just Blaze, Kanye, Timbo, the Neptunes, and I'll put Toomp in there for 5.
Okay. That's, yeah.
And artists, Kanye's up in there. Kanye, Hove, Jay. I said Hove already. Hove, Jay, Sean Carter.
No.
Okay, so Jay, Kanye. I like Tyler, man. Tyler's a beast.
Okay.
I'm saying a lot. Jadakiss.
That good pick. He go crazy.
And I'm gonna take it back. Big Pun. Pun was hard.
All right, man. That's a little bit different. That's not your average one that you would hear.
Word.
Yeah. So let's say like what puts you a little bit different from other people as far as your music artistry?
Mm-hmm. I think mainly I listen to all kinds of music, man. Like mainly when I'm like not making music over here, like I'm listening to samples. And like I'm with that, I have to go all over the place in order to keep influences out of what I'm making and in order to get like deeper influences into what I'm making. So like I'm not just sampling like 80s pop records, 70 Michael Jackson, Earth, Wind and Fire. I'm sampling stuff from like Russia that people have never even heard of.
Okay.
You know what I mean? Stuff that I can't even tell you the name of it because it's in the little Russian symbols. You know what I mean? So there might be a little Chinese Michael Jackson somewhere.
No, facts, bro.
So that's where I get a lot of my samples and influences, and I feel like it really works for me.
No, that makes sense. So I would say, like, outside of the music, outside of the producers, like, who is Roscoe? Like, how would you like to describe yourself? Like, what's some things you like to do outside of the music?
Oh man, I'm a huge gamer.
Okay,
huge gamer.
Okay.
I every week I definitely buy I spend a good chunk of my check on video games. It's not healthy, man. It's not healthy. I love food. I'm a foodie for sure. And I recently got into graphic novels too, man.
Okay.
Love graphic novels, man. That's really it. I'm a normal dude.
You want to throw a few out there?
There's one called Mouse that's hard. Also Vagabond.
Okay.
That shit is hard. Check it out. It's a manga. It's sick.
Are you streaming that by any chance yet?
I'm trying to get into that.
Yeah.
Trying to get into it. I put some clips up, but I'm trying to get. I'm at that spot where I'm trying to be consistent with it still. So that.
Yeah. What's some games you like playing?
I just beat Ghost of Yote.
Okay.
That's hard. That was dope. Dispatch is cool. And what's that one? I'm waiting on GTA 6.
Man, all we are. I was like, damn, is this shit even gonna come out at this point? Nah, I can't wait, bro. Facts, I can't. Man, it just looks so real now. It really look like you're actually in the game. This is crazy.
Right.
Yeah, it's weird. So, was that like GTA with some games you was playing a lot growing up?
Oh yeah.
You was one like to beat. You beat all of them
for sure.
Yeah,
yeah, man.
No, I swear.
I'd bring GTA over to my friend's house, and their parents would be mad as hell. Like, you shouldn't be playing this
game. I'm already knowing.
Let your son beat up hookers and steal his money.
Yeah, it's weird. So let's take it back a little bit. High school. How was it? Your high school experience?
Yeah, man. My high school was great, man. My parents had to drag me kicking and screaming through school. They put me in Central Catholic High School, and me being a little youngster, little young man, I was not trying to go to an all boys school.
No, I'm already knowing.
But it was an awesome experience. I made some great friends there that I'm still friends with those people today. They say a lot of times, like after high school, you lose touch with a lot of that friend group. But I have a lot of people that I'm still friends with from high school. So that's a beautiful thing, man. And I learned a lot, man. I learned a lot. I'd say, honestly, I learned a lot more than a lot of my other peers. You know what I mean? And not just being at school, just emotional intelligence. You know what I mean? Right. So, yeah.
Right. So a lot of we speak on like mental health and stuff like that. How important is that stuff like that for you?
Oh, it's super important. You deal with all kinds of crazy characters running a studio. So a lot of times communication is the way things don't go overboard. You know what I mean?
Right.
There's a lot of times people are very passionate about making music, and obviously they're spending their hard-earned money to come to the studio, right? Sometimes, it takes a little bit of love, a little bit of communication. Sometimes I have to admit, sometimes I'm not the best at communicating. You know what I mean? Sometimes I have to work at that and get better, and try to understand where I could have done better, or, trying to communicate how they could have done better, things like that, and at the end of the day, this is music. People don't have to do this to live. You know what I mean? Right. They're spending their money that they use to pay the bills, feed their kids and all that on something they don't necessarily have to do. You know what I mean? So they trust me with their music. I'm more than happy to, deliver for sure.
Now that's definitely, and I like that you said that, because I want to roll into like being so that you've been a producer for so long, what are some of the pros and some of the cons of being a producer, or some things you might have to deal with somebody was actually trying to be a producer?
Oh yeah, for sure. You get a lot of people saying, keep it real with me, man. Keep it 100 with me. Be honest. Bro, you're not paying me to be rude to you, man.
No.
Sometimes it's like, sometimes for them being 100, they confuse being 100 with being mean. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
You don't have to be mean to be 100. You know what I mean? Sometimes it's just as easy as being, hey, I think you could do that a little better.
A little bit better.
Try that one more time. You know, try that 5 more times.
No, if you got to, you know.
You know what I mean?
No, it's that.
So yeah, you get a lot of people who, you know, I'd say like, because they've been doing music so long and they're so passionate, they feel like they know exactly how they want their art to be, not realizing that, you know, like none of this shit is done until it's out there in the public. You know what I mean?
Right.
Until it's out on DistroKid or whatever your streaming service is, it's not done. So we should try all the ideas that we want to try and make sure that it's done. You know what I mean? Because if it's not right, it's wrong. You know what I mean? So yeah.
No, that's definitely real. So, and with all honesty, it's like what I take from that, for real, producers, start being a little bit more honest with these artists that come in here.
For sure.
If it's not the best, just keep it on it. Like you said, there's a way you could communicate that. You ain't gotta shoot nobody's dreams down, but just be honest. Because I could tell a lot of people, you know, they don't be honest with their work. I could tell. So yeah,
definitely, man. And they'll have you out here sounding crazy as a producer too, man. They playing your shit on stream. That mix ain't on point. You're gonna be looking crazy.
Right.
You know?
That's real. So before we get out of here, if you was something that you could say to like your younger self, what some advice would you give your younger self?
Keep at it, man. It's coming. Get ready.
Yeah, that's pretty much.
So already made it.
So if anybody wanted to book up with you, where could they reach you at?
Reach out to me at just search the RapCave, Roscoe Wiki. I'm on all socials. Holla.
And you got some of the best prices too. Let them know what you doing an hour.
It's $40 an hour, and that includes mixing and mastering. Yeah.
That too. And also, you make beats too. And talking about like your beat special.
Yeah. We do beats, custom beats. So if you have an idea for a beat, we do them from scratch. Samples, no samples, all that. We do custom beats for $150, and that comes with an hour of studio time. You know, mix and master included, and all that. So you buy a beat, take it home, right? Come back. We got you on the studio time.
Right on the spot, man. Very good quality. I stamped that. That's all. Pretty much all my music coming straight out here.
Man, he be killing it. Man, every session, dude be
going crazy, man.
He's a beast.
We going crazy. They gonna see it real soon, man. And once we get up out of here, I want to say thank you, bro. Thanks for what you've been doing for the city. You worked with a lot of good people, and just keep doing your thing, bro. Don't ever stop.
Hey, man. Thank you, man. Thank you for having me on this. This was awesome, man.
No, you already know, man. This wraps up another exclusive interview with We Are Pittsburgh. If you want to tap in, make sure you DM us, get your story heard. Come on, let's get it.